Good morning. It's a beautiful Wednesday. We call it Gratitude Wednesday. So, if you're finding me for the first time, please like my page and share this video. And I come here every day just to do a positive talk. I'm not a professional, I just try to encourage one person. So, today we are going to talk about appreciating people. Yesterday, I was talking to a friend of mine, and the whole conversation we had, it made me realize that a lot of us really never appreciate people. When we are born into our parents, regardless of where you come from. When you're raising children at a certain age, as soon as the children walk, we celebrate them, we praise them. As soon as the children start talking, we are very happy and we tell the kids, oh, that's nice. When the kids go to school and perform well, we appreciate their good performance and we tell them. We grow up getting a lot of praises from our parents, for those of us who were raised with your parents. But as we get older, I think just about when you finish college, it looks like to me that praise and appreciation just evaporates through the air as soon as you start dating. As soon as, for most of us, if you've never dated, maybe you might not understand. If you've never been married, you might not understand. If you have never worked with somebody that you are under and they don't appreciate you, you never understand. Most of us, once we find the people that we love and we start a family, the thing that kills most of the marriages is feeling unappreciated. Where somebody cannot just tell you, oh, you know what? You clean the house. Yes, it's your house. Yes, you're the mother of the house. Yes, it's your responsibility to clean the house. But it's good for someone to say something, your spouse to say, you know what? The house is nice and clean, it's fresh. If you're married, your husband cuts grass. It's like he's supposed to cut grass. Your husband pays, let's say, most of the bills, or he's able to provide. A lot of us, we are married to people who are so ungrateful, and they don't even take time to appreciate you genuinely. Sometimes for us women, it's like we fight for it. We fight for our spouses to recognize what we are doing. But when we were children, when we are raising the children, we focus on raising children and praising them until they become adults and marry another adult. Then we drop the praise. The little things that somebody has done. It could be even good food. Somebody eats and they know the food is good. But they wouldn't say anything. Just genuine praise, to tell someone that, you know what, I truly appreciate what you're doing. We do value ourselves. When you value yourself, if you really care about yourself, you should be able to care about others. We all know what it means to be appreciated. We all know what it means to feel valuable to someone. But we just don't have time to appreciate people. For those of us who are immigrants, when people come from the airport, you pick them to your house. You make sure they take a shower. You give them a towel. You give them a washcloth. You make a fresh dish. And they eat. Then you start taking them around to get the paperwork that they need if they're coming to settle here. They live with you for a year, 6 months. By the time they leave, you're not in talking terms. So even when we appreciate people, we are never specific. Somebody will come and tell you, oh, Penny, thank you. When I came to this country, you hosted me. Thank you for hosting me. To be specific. To tell somebody, thank you for helping me find that job. It's very quickly that it happens so fast that we forget people who have helped us. In the African culture, it's kind of expected that they are supposed to know that we are grateful. No. This is what's killing a lot of relationships. There is poor communication in terms of appreciation. Somebody at one time was babysitting for you when you didn't have a babysitter. Your kids are grown now, you don't need a babysitter. Those words from your mouth never came from your mouth to say, you know what, thank you for babysitting my children. Thank you for dropping and picking my children. If you don't appreciate others, how do you expect them to be motivated? Tell somebody specifically that, you know what, thank you for such and such a thing you did for me. Let us not downplay appreciating people like, oh, they should know. And you know, when people appreciate you, when your supervisor appreciates what you do, when your children appreciate, you know, the food you make, when your husband recognizes that, you know, appreciates that, you know what, you even agreed to marry him and make this family, you're making nice fresh meals, you're keeping the house clean. When you're appreciated, you are motivated. When you're not appreciated, you just feel like nobody cares. And when nobody cares, what happens? We get discouraged. We fall sick. We remove ourselves from a group of people. When you have a group of friends who don't appreciate you, they never say even thank you. You have a function, somebody plans a baby shower for you. Hi, Irene, how are you? Irene, you're the only person who said hi. Everybody else just comes. Please say hi when you come in. You plan a baby shower for someone. Now you're not in good terms. You never sat there to just tell that person, you know what, thank you for planning that baby shower for me. Somebody sends you with a package, you take it, you deliver it. You never hear a thank you. So I'm challenging everyone today, please appreciate people. Be specific. When you call someone, be specific why you're saying thank you. Be specific why you are appreciating them. Let it be a genuine appreciation. Call someone and say, you know what, thank you. Communicate. Don't just be quiet. Let people know that you appreciate them. That's what's killing most of our relationships. A lot of us feel unappreciated. I remember there's a time over the years, all the kids used to be in my house. All the kids. My house was always open. And I never really thought about it until my kids started feeling a certain way. My kids question like, nobody says thank you. Because when the kids come, they make a mess, this. I didn't think about it because where I come from, we believe that we are just supposed to, help each other. But my children, who of course are American children, say to me, Mom, do these people really ever thank you? Do they pay you? No. Do they ever thank you? No. I never heard that thank you. Never. That's like, it's not there. Nobody thought to call me and say, Penny, like the end of summer. And say, you know what, thanks for keeping the kids at your house. And sometimes you don't even need money. You just need somebody to say, oh, it's been grateful. It's been great that you watch the kids. My children are the ones that started questioning that. Do they ever, because my mom used to live with me, do they ever do anything for grandma? I'm like, no, grandma doesn't get paid. Grandma was just babysitting. But my children challenged the fact that we Africans, we don't have a way to appreciate. And after all the children were picked in the evening, my kids had to clean the house. Everybody will come and pick their kids. I don't remember anybody saying, oh, let's clean auntie's house before we leave. No. When the parents come from work, and I'm giving you real life stories, and some people, it offends them, some people don't like the truth, but this is the truth about life. Everybody picks their children. And when I get home, I used to get home at 2:30, around 3. Every child, each of my kids had a place to clean. And my oldest son got to a point and he asked me, how long are these kids planning to come here? Because my children were not feeling appreciated. If somebody came and bought all these kids something or bought them ice cream at one time, maybe, oh, thanks for, because nobody knows that when these kids leave, my kids have to clean. They were feeling unappreciated. And they'll tell me, Mom, we don't feel appreciated. We do this, we do that. Some of the babies, and they used to be babies, even some of my friends' children used to babysit. The babies will cry all day. I remember my oldest son used to have this baby of my friend baby. The child used to cry for nothing. He's playing and he's crying. So, people, I am learning from my children. When I was young, I used to wish my mom could just tell me she's grateful that I cleaned the house. I planted flowers around the home. I waited for my mom to say, oh, thanks for the flowers. She did not, because she didn't think. I don't think she cared about those flowers, like it wasn't a big deal. But we want people to appreciate us. We did a baby shower for a friend. What we got in return is what kind of baby shower? Irene, that is something. Can you imagine? Somebody, you do a baby shower for someone and they ask you, what kind of baby shower was this? Really? I'm learning from my children. My children tell me all the time, Mom, say thank you. Appreciate, at least my daughter says, appreciate, we are good kids, Mom. Tell us we are good kids. But our African culture is like you're expected to know that, you know what, they are good kids, or it's okay. No, appreciate people who have made an effort. Appreciate people who have made a sacrifice to do something for you. Because they've gone above and beyond. We appreciate when our children are little. We praise them. We encourage them. What happens when we become adults as friends? Are we grateful? Because when you're appreciated, you feel motivated. It is something I've had to learn. I wanted it when I was young, and my children keep pushing it. They tell us, Mom, the Africans, they need to learn to appreciate people. They take help for granted. Somebody is doing you a favor, say thank you. And be specific. Thank you for watching my children. Thank you for changing diapers. When some of these children used to come, they needed diaper changes. And none of those people would come and just tell these children, my children, we are grateful. Some people will get offended, and when they watch these videos, some of the people that used to bring the kids, they get offended, but it's okay. In this life, we cannot live in fear. In this life, we have to speak openly. In this life, you're going to have people who are going to support you, and some people are not going to support you. But I prefer to use real life experiences, things that I experience on a day-to-day living, to be able to tell others that, you know what, it's good to appreciate people. For us who are married, we marry into families. When you marry into a family, you go above and beyond to try and put the family together. You go above and beyond to try and blend into that family. And sometimes none of those people seem to know that you are really working hard to put that family together. Those are the in-laws. The in-laws, most in-laws do not appreciate their daughter-in-laws. And sometimes you're struggling so hard to put up with their son, and they don't know that. They feel you're not the right person. They can't just come and tell you, thank you for this, thank you for that, nothing. You just live a life where you are not appreciated at all. Okay, guys, today is Gratitude Wednesday. Please appreciate somebody and be specific. Call them, let them know. And if you've not liked my page, please do that and share this video. And cheers, have a nice week.